Game 2 of our doubleheader at the VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio, about to get underway. Circleville and Hillsboro set to do battle in the nightcap here at the home of the Chillicothe Paints. Thank you for joining in to SOSA, Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Our coverage of this high school baseball contest tonight. I am Carson Francis. And we've got a game between two teams that are bringing back not very many pieces from last year's teams, looking to compete early on, get a good non-league win early on in the season. And we're about to get underway here from the VA. Leading off for Hillsboro is Nick Burns stepping into the batter's box. The center fielder set to lead things off for the Indians. On the mound for Circleville, it's J.D. Reeder, a returner from last year's squad. First pitch from Reeder is high for a ball, and we are underway from the nightcap here at the VA. Here's the 1-0 from Reeder, popped up. Won't leave the infield. In comes the shortstop, Trent Smith, making the play for out number 1. Going through the rest of the batting order for the Indians, we got Walker Pence, followed by Jack Cornell, Braden Hunter, Zach Brown, Ben Miller, Ashton Clemens, Braden Oberecht, and Peyton Aber, rounding things out for Hillsboro. Here's Pence now, chops this one foul. These two teams last season were in the same sectional bracket, although neither team faced each other. Hillsboro fell victim in the sectional semifinal to Sheridan 10-2. And then Circleville would then make the trip to Sheridan, taking down the Generals 8-1. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed. 0-2 the count to Walker Pence. In the turf, taken for ball 1. First game here today between Waverly and Huntington, a 5-2 win for Waverly. Got started about 15-20 minutes late, which means that the start of this game would start late as well. The 1-2, chopped down the line, fielded, and throw is not in time from Nungester. And Pence will stand at first base safely with 1 out. Now that'll bring up the catcher, Jack Cornell, with 1 out and 1 runner on first. This one chopped foul. Cornell, a returner from last year's Hillsboro squad. Here's the 0-1 from Reeder. Runner goes. The throw is offline. And Pence slides into second safely with the steal. Reeder looks, delivers the 1-1, swung on and missed. Hillsboro looking to bounce back from last season, a disappointing 6-19 campaign, finished 5th in the FAC. Pence being very active on the base pass. Here's the 1-2 from Reeder's fouled back. These two teams met up in the First Pitch Classic last season as well, a 13-8 victory for the Tigers. Hillsboro started last season losing its first 4 games. Here's the 1-2. Looked at down low for a ball, evens the count at 2 apiece. Indians got the campaign started this season on Saturday, a 9-6 loss at home to Notre Dame. It's the 2-2 from Reeder. Can't get it to fall down. It's 3-2. Count is full. Looks the runner back, delivers. Looked at down the middle, strike 3. Cornell is down on strikes, and there are 2 outs now. And that'll bring up Braden Hunter now for Hillsboro.
Third baseman number 14, Braden Hunter.
Here's the pitch to Hunter, looks at it for a strike. Hunter returns from last year's squad. Hillsboro had quite a few selections to the all-district team last year. Corbin Adams, as well as Bryce Parsons, Garrett Thompson, just to name a few. As Pence slides into third, he's got his 2nd stolen base of the day. And Hunter looks at that one for ball 1. That evens the count. Reeder delivers the 1-1 high for ball 2. Hunter was one of the all-district selections, making the all-district 2nd team in Division II for Hillsboro as he fouls this one away. Count is 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Looked at, and Hunter goes down swinging, and the Indians go down without a run in the first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Circleville coming up to bat on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
Set for the bottom of the first here at the VA. It will be Braden Obrecht on the mound for Hillsboro. And for Circleville leading things off, it'll be the shortstop Trent Smith will go down. The batting order for the Tigers as well. Smith followed by Glavin Bigham, followed by Drew Thornsley, the center fielder. Lane Adams behind the plate. Zachary Bell, the designated hitter. Brody Brisker, the first baseman, followed by Caden Bigley in right field. Cole Nungester and Kaiser Cassidy rounding things out for Circleville. Tigers playing their first of 3 games in the First Pitch Classic here. They will be back in action tomorrow at 4:30 against Miami Trace. and they will return to the VA on Saturday in the nightcap at 6 p.m. against Washington Courthouse. Trent Smith in the batter's box to get things started for Circleville. He sends this one into right field. In comes the right fielder. That is Ben Miller making the play for out number 1. That'll bring up Glavin Bigham, second baseman for the Tigers. Gotta imagine he's named after the famous pitcher Tom Glavine. As he chops this one to first base, and play is made by no, that's not Pence, that is Ashton Clemens making the play at first for out number 2. So 2 very quick outs for the Tigers. That brings up Drew Thornsley. Thornsley was a key piece in the team last year that made it all the way to the district final. Thornsley looks at this one for strike 1. Tigers made it all the way to the Division II district final as a 7 seed last season before falling to Washington Courthouse. Here's the 0-1, and that got a piece of Thornsley. So Circleville has their first base runner of the game.
The catcher, number 4, Lane Adams.
Drew Thornsley takes over at first base, and now we'll bring up Lane Adams. Two out, one on for Adams. Looks at that one for a strike. Oh, 1 is outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Obrecht looks the runner at first. Delivers the 1-1. This one's sent to right field. Going back is Miller. He comes in, makes the play, and that will retire the side. So the Tigers get a runner on but aren't able to do anything with it, and that will send us to the second. We're scoreless at the VA. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
Nothing done in the top half of the first for either. Nothing done in the first overall for either team. As we stand here scoreless in the second at 0-0. And leading things off for the Indians, it'll be the shortstop, Zach Brown. Get things going for the Indians.
Number 3, Zach Brown.
First pitch from Reeder swung on and missed by Brown. Sun's starting to go down here in Chillicothe as the 0-1 from Reeder swung on into left field, down for a base hit. Brown is on board with the single, and Ben Miller will try to add to it. So the right fielder comes into the batter's box. Miller made 2 of the 3 outs for the Indians back in the first. Looking to do damage now with his bat. Brown goes. Here's the throw way high and it into shallow center field. Brown thought about going over to third, but he holds it second. Good showcase of speed there by Zach Brown. Count is 0-1 to Miller. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Season opener tonight for Circleville. As I mentioned before, they will make 2 more trips to the VA this week as part of the First Pitch Classic. Here's the 1-1. High and away for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. He's looking down Brown at second. The 2-1 down for ball 3. Three non-league matchups for the Tigers this week, and they will start league play on Monday with a trip to Liberty Union. Mid-State League, that Buckeye division is always competitive as Miller takes this one for ball 4. And now the Indians have 2 on with no outs here in the top half of the second. In comes the first baseman, Ashton Clemens. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful as Brown's able to get back to second. Didn't look like Bigham was expecting the pickoff. First pitch from Reeder as Clemens tried to lay down a bunt, and Brown caught up in the base pass. He's out at third. Nice heads-up play there by Adams, making the throw down to third and getting that lead runner out. Miller will move up to second. Now 0-1 with 1 out. Runner on second. Clemens chops this one foul. Clemens, another returner from last year's Hillsboro team. As we got time called from the home plate umpire. I think Clemens wanted time here. He steps out of the batter's box. He's back in, ready to go. Here's the 0-2. Inside. Pitching around him, and Miller will hold it second. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 from Reeder. High for ball 2. Reeder had him down 0-2, but now facing a little bit of pushback there. He's got him to even the count now, 2-2 with 1 out. This one inside, and now the count is full. So from 0-2, 3-2. If you're Clemens, got to be expecting just about anything there from Reeder. Here's the 3-2. And that one is high and out of the zone for ball 4. So Reeder delivers his second walk of the inning to back-to-back batters now, as Miller and Clemens have walked and they stand at first and second with one out. That brings up the pitcher, Braden Obrecht. Here's the pitch. It's high, taken inside for ball 1. And now we'll have a little mound visit from Circleville. Infield will come in to have a chat here. Here at VA Memorial Stadium, the home of the back-to-back Prospect League champion, Chillicothe Paints. Paints will get their season going on May 28th when they travel to Lafayette to take on the Aviators. Home opener will be that following Thursday, May 30th, against the Johnstown Mill Rats. Still a little over 2 months away, but those who live around here know season will be here before we know it. Paints will be back out to search for their 3rd straight Prospect League title. As here's the 1-0 from Reeder. Obrecht lays this one down. Reeder fields it and throws to first for the out. So perfectly executed sacrifice bunt there from Obrecht moves the runners to second and third with 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 8, Peyton Aber.
Now that'll bring up Peyton Aber, the left fielder. Here's the pitch. Aber sends this one to the shortstop, Trent Smith, who makes the catch for out number 3. So Indians strand runners on second and third. Can't do anything with it. Circleville will look to answer. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
There's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
Bottom of the second, getting ready to start here in this non-league matchup as part of the First National Bank of Waverly First Pitch Classic. Game 2 of our Tuesday night doubleheader between Circleville and Hillsboro.
Leading off for the Tigers, the designated hitter, number 0, Zachary Bell.
Zachary Bell stands in to get things started for Circleville, the designated hitter. Stands in there batting for Reeder, the pitcher. As here's the first pitch from Obrecht down the middle for a strike. Oh, 1 from Obrecht, fouled back. And Bell's faced with an 0-2 count. Tigers last season finished 3rd in the Mid-State League behind Bloom Carroll and Taze Valley, as Bell swings and misses for the first out of this inning. good morning, good afternoon, good night from Braden Obrecht. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And in stands Brody Brisker for the Tigers. Brisker sends this one to center. Burns is underneath, and he makes the play for out number 2.
Right fielder, number 14, Caden Bigley.
In comes Caden Bigley after the loud out. Ball came off the bat pretty hard from Brisker, but it went right to Nick Burns, the center fielder. Bigley stands in the box with 2 outs. Bigley looks at this one high, takes it for ball 1. And we're only in the 2nd inning, but that's a rare first pitch ball from Braden Obrecht. He's been throwing a lot of strikes to start things out. As here's the 1-0 down low in the turf. Count is 2-0. Obrecht delivers. This pitch lined off his bat and into center field past the glove of Walker Pence. And the first base hit of the game for Circleville belongs to Caden Bigley. And now stands the third baseman, Cole Nungester, looking to add to it. Pickoff attempt is no good. Bigley able to get back to first in time. Here's the pitch from Nungester. He's able to get this one into shallow right for another base hit. Back-to-back singles from Bigley and Nungester put runners at first and second for the Tigers for Kaiser Cassidy. Pickoff attempt to second. And Bigley's able to get back in time. Obrecht not afraid to use those pickoffs, especially on Bigley. Tried to pick him off at first and second. Here is this pitch to Cassidy taken inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Inside, Cassidy had to get out of the way of that one. Ball 2. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. 2-0. Swung on, chopped over to third. And he will make the play. That is Hunter. No, they're going to say that was foul. Just foul from Kaiser Cassidy. It was right down the line. Almost looked like it went foul just at the last second. Hunter was there ready to make a play. 2-1, pickoff. Not in time. Here's the 2-1. Check, swing, the appeal. No good, he did not go around. Here's count for Cassidy, 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Inside for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. Circleville looking to do some damage. Strike first. Bases loaded, and they're back at the top of the order. It's Trent Smith. Smith flew out to right in his first at-bat. His first pitch taken for a strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Circleville looking for their first run of the season as this pitch swung on and missed by Smith, and he's down 0-2. The 0-2. Obrecht steps off the mound, tries to look the runner back to third. He'll re-engage. Here's the 0-2. Smith pops this one to shallow right. And making the catch is Clemens. And Hillsboro does a good job in damage control, straining the bases loaded. We'll head to the third inning here. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Richer. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
Top of the third about to get started. Circleville left the bases loaded in their half of the second. A little sigh of relief here for Hillsboro as they return to the top of their batting order with Nick Burns. Burns, the center fielder, also a member of the Hillsboro basketball team, giving the Indians valuable minutes this past season. Burns looks at this one high for a ball. There's the 1-0 from Reeder. Down in the turf, ball 2. 2 hits apiece for each team in this game. Through 2 innings, no one has scored yet as Burns looks at this one outside, ball 3. Here's the 3-0, taken for a strike. So obviously 3-0, common theme is you take the fourth pitch, gives him a strike, makes it 3-1. This one in the zone, strike 2, count is full. Reeder working from behind here to Nick Burns. Swung on and missed. Reeder works from behind from 3-0 to striking him out. And that'll give us the first out of this inning, bringing up Walker Pence. Third strikeout of the game so far for J.D. Reeder. Here's Walker Pence now, fouls this one away. Here's the 0-1. Pence takes this one, evens count at 1-1. The 1-1 chopped foul. After this game, Hillsboro will not play again until Saturday when they take on Trimble in the White Oak Invitational. Here's the 1-2 from Reeder outside, taken for ball 2. From there, the Indians will begin FAC play next Monday when they travel to Chillicothe. Here's the 2-2 from Reeder. This one sent to left center. Under it is Cassidy, who makes the catch for out number 2.
The catcher, number 22, Jack Cornell.
That brings up Jack Cornell, the catcher. Cornell sat down looking his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to Cornell, taken for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Reeder. Outside for a ball that evens the count. This one just about got Cornell inside. Had to move out of the way there for ball 2. That one just about got him. Here's Reeder, the 2-1. Fouled away. Evens the count at 2. Reeder ready to get right back to work here as he delivers the 2-2. Fouled back. No, they're going to call catcher's interference on Lane Adams. And that'll send Cornell to first base. So a mistake there by Lane Adams keeps Circleville from getting a 1-2-3 inning. As Cornell goes to first and Braden Hunter comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout as well. Here's the pitch to Hunter in the turf. Cornell's able to hold it first. Pickoff attempt not in time. Sun has gone down just a little bit ago, and we're now completely under the lights here at the VA as this pickoff attempt is not in time either. Here's the 1-0. Taken for strike 1. Sometimes these night games at the VA give teams, a different experience. A lot of schools aren't used to playing night games because they don't have lights at their home stadium. So playing here at the VA gives teams a new feeling. As I believe they called a balk there on Reeder. That'll send Cornell over to second. So Cornell moves into scoring position now with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 to Hunter. This one sent down the right field line and foul. Reeder looking to put this inning away. Reeder delivers the 1-2. Swung on. Grounded to the shortstop Smith, who makes the play to Brisker for out number 3. Indians once again get a runner in scoring position but can't bring him home, and we remain scoreless. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I just found out a bug in the... Oh, that just...
What? Bottom of the third set to get underway. It will be Bigham, Thornsley, and Adams due up for Circleville, with Glavin Adams set to get things going in the bottom of the third. Bigham takes this for strike one. Bigham grounded out to first base in his previous at-bat back in the first inning. There's the 0-1 from Obrecht. Long windup as Bigham chops this one down to Brown, who makes the throw to Clemens for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder number 10, Drew Thornsley.
Here's Drew Thornsley now taking his... This will be his first official at-bat of the game, as he was hit by pitch back in the first inning. And Cornell will head to the mound to have a talk with Braden Obrecht. Another doubleheader tomorrow here at VA Memorial Stadium. Circleville will be right back here at 4:30, taking on Miami Trace. That game will be followed by Chillicothe and Adena at 7 p.m. Here's the first pitch to Thornsley, down low for ball 1. We streamed that Chillicothe-Adena game last season. That was where Dewey coined the iconic phrase, cardiac cavaliers. Chillicothe came back and defeated Adena on a walk-off by Cohen Butler. Thornsley stands in, 2-0 from Obrecht. Chopped foul. Actually tipped to the backstop, rather. We have doubleheaders tomorrow and Thursday as well, with Bloom Carroll taking on Unioto and Paint Valley facing Alexander that night. 2-1. Popped up. Obrecht comes off the mound to make the play, avoiding a near collision with Cornell for out number 2.
Look at Pitcher number 4, Lane Adams.
That'll bring up Lane Adams now. Flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Adams grounds this one to Brown. Brown has trouble fielding it, and he won't be able to make the play. So an error on Zach Brown keeps Hillsboro now from having a 1-2-3 inning. As Adams makes his way to first, and in comes Zachary Bell, the designated hitter. Bell was sat down looking his first at bat. Chops this one down the middle. Here's Pence, fields it. Throw to Clemens is offline. And Bell is safe at first. So back-to-back errors now from the Indians, keeping Circleville alive in this inning.
First baseman number 43, Bernie Brisker.
An E4 followed by an E6 puts runners on first and second for the Tigers. Now the home plate and infield umpire is going to have a little discussion. And the ruling is confirmed. Bell is safe at first. 2 on, 2 out for Brody Brisker. Just the first pitch taken for strike one. Last inning, Circleville was faced with 2 quick outs. And then they got 2 men on base and then later walked. This pitch off of Cornell, and both runners advanced 90 feet. So the wild pitch moves both runners into scoring position now. Base hit from Brisker with the possibility to bring in 2 runs for Circleville. Here's the 1-1. Taken, strike 2. Brisker thought that was coming in a little. He ducked to get out of the way. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Once again, Braden Obrecht working out of damage control. Leaves the runners stranded at second and third, and we'll head to the 4th inning scoreless. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
Zach Brown approaches the batter's box, getting ready to lead things off for Hillsboro in the top of the fourth inning. Only 2 hits apiece for each team. No runs have scored just yet. Little different than what we saw in the first game here. Both teams kind of started hot offensively, cooled off a little bit later in the game. First game here, a 5-2 win for the Waverly Tigers over Huntington. As we have a little equipment issue here with Lane Adams, who works with the home plate umpire to get that checked out. I was talking earlier about what the rest of the week looks like. Obviously, doubleheaders here tomorrow and Thursday. Only one game here on Friday. That game, a 4:30 start time between Chillicothe and Zane Trace. And then 4 games on Saturday to wrap things up here at the First Pitch Classic, starting at 10 a.m. with Chillicothe facing Heath. It's followed by Amanda Clear Creek and Athens at 12:45, Wheelersburg and Kenton Ridge at 3:30, and the finale of the First National Bank of Waverly First Pitch Classic, a 6 p.m. start time between Circleville and Washington Courthouse. A lot of good baseball being played here this week, featuring, again, some of the area's top teams. Great way to get baseball season started is this pitch swung on and missed to Zach Brown. Reeder starting his 4th inning of work tonight. And time is called by the batter. Brown steps right back into the box, and he's ready to go. Down 0-1. Reeder delivers, swung on and missed. 0-2 the count to the shortstop, Zach Brown. Oh-2 from Reeder. This one grounded to Smith. Fields it and over to Brisker for out number 1.
Break fielder number 7, Ben Miller.
Ben Miller, the right fielder now, steps up to the plate for Hillsboro. Walked in his first time. Stole second and made it around to third. This one grounded to Smith again. And he throws over to Brisker for out number 2. Trent Smith having a busy day out at shortstop. Makes the first 2 outs of the 4th inning for Circleville. And that brings up Ashton Clemens, the first baseman. Clemens also walked back in the 2nd inning, got over to second. As he looks at this one for strike 1. Back in the 2nd, Hillsboro had the bases loaded. Here's the 0-1. Chopped foul. He's down 0-2. With 2 outs. Clemens gets out of the way a little bit, takes it for ball 1. One, 2 from Reeder. Looked at, strike 3. Clemens goes down looking. 1, 2, 3, go the Indians in the top of the 4th. Circleville looks to get things going with their bats in the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
About halfway through this one here at VA Memorial Stadium in Chillicothe, Ohio. Caden Bigley set to lead things off for the Tigers. Braden Obrecht beginning his 4th inning of work out on the mound. Sends this one high for ball 1. This one grounded over to Pence. Hops and makes the throw over to Clemens. Clemens able to scoop that one out of the turf for the first out.
Third baseman number 9, Cole Lindgester.
That brings up the third baseman, Cole Nungester. Singled his first at bat, made it over to second. First pitch to Nungester in the turf for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. This one also in the turf for ball 2. Once again, these teams meeting up in the First Pitch Classic. Frequent matchup here in this season opening event, as Nungester looks at this one inside for ball 3. .3-0 from Obrecht. This one, he's able to find the zone for strike 1. And this one's inside for ball 4, and for the second time tonight, Cole Nungester has reached base safely. Runner on first with 1 out for Kaiser Cassidy. First official at bat for Cassidy. He walked back in the second inning. Maybe some pitch out action is anticipated that Nungester might be heading for second. He holds at first. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Outside again for ball 2. Last walk to Nungester, just the second walk of the day from Obrecht, as this pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Obrecht maybe looking for that ground ball to get 2. Here's the 2-1. Can't find the zone. The count is up to 3-1 to Kaiser Cassidy. Here's the 3-1. Nungester goes. Throw is not in time. Nungester slides into second safely. Count is full at 3-2. Nungester standing at second with one out. Here's the 3-2. Finds the zone. Strike three. Down goes Cassidy. That gives him 2 outs for Trent Smith. Smith looking to bring that runner home from second. Swings and misses at that one. Season opener for the Tigers. Looking for that first run of this 2024 season. Here's the 0-1. Smith pops this one foul. Time is called. Smith steps out of the batter's box. Smith, one of the few returning players that saw a lot of playing time last year for Circleville. Here's the 0-2. Thought about going. He did not go. And he heads to first on the drop third strike. And the side is retired. We'll head to the 5th inning. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
There's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
Entering the 5th inning, we are still scoreless here at the VA as Braden Obrecht set to get things going for Hillsboro in the top of the 5th. Fouled, tipped for strike one. Hillsboro looking to compete in the FAC race this year. The FAC founded back in 2017. It's the 0-1 fouled off, 0-2. FAC founded back in 2017 with the remaining members of the South Central Ohio League, with Washington Courthouse, Miami Trace, Chillicothe, McLean, and Hillsboro. That league also added Jackson as the 6th member. Pitch high and inside for ball one. The 1-2 from Reeder. This one high for ball two. Count is even. Last season it was Washington Courthouse going undefeated in FAC play, finishing 27-2 overall and making a Final Four appearance last season as Obrecht lines this one to Bigham. Bigham makes the throw over to Brisker at first for out number one. One gone in the top of the 5th for the left fielder, Peyton Aber. Aber looks at that one for strike one. Obviously, the First Pitch Classic comes to an end this week, but we're going to be having baseball here all season long, all throughout the month of April, and then also we'll be having some tournament games hosted here in the month of May. I imagine we'll be streaming those, obviously, as well as a lot of regular season games. Here's the 0-2 to Aber, and that one got him. So Aber moves to first. He's on base for the first time tonight. And that turns over the order for Hillsboro as it's Nick Burns. Aber goes. The throw is offline, and Aber slides into second safely, almost slid past the bag. Is able to just stay on there and reaches second safely. Burns took that one for a ball. Count is 1-0. It's the fourth stolen base of the night for Hillsboro. Reeder looking back, delivers the 1-0. Finds the zone for strike one. Aber at second base with one out. Burns looking to drive him in. Here's the 1-1. In the turf for ball two. Aber trying to go to third. Here's the throw, is in time. Aber's out at third. Great play by Elaine Adams, retrieving that ball and throwing Aber out at third to get the second out of the inning. Indians go from having a runner in scoring position to having no one on base with two outs. Here's the 2-1 to Burns. Taken just outside for ball three. Here's the 3-1 from Reeder. Finds the zone just barely. Looked like almost the same location as the previous pitch. This one called for a strike, and the count is full with two outs. Here's the 3-2 from Reeder. Can't find the zone. And Burns reaches base for the first time tonight with two outs. Here's Walker Pence now, 1 for 2 on the night. Burns goes. Throw is offline and into center field. He reaches second safely. Burns advances up to third. And a costly mistake there by the Circleville infield allows Nick Burns to go from first to third with two outs. Burns stole second, and then once that ball got out into the outfield, decided to go for the extra 90 feet. 0-1 to Pence. Taken for strike two. Hillsboro looking to break this scoreless tie in the fifth inning. Burns is 90 feet away. The 0-2 to Pence. Goes down looking. Once again, a great job by J.D. Reeder working out of trouble with the runner on third, leaving him stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
While we were on break, we got a little update of some NIT basketball. We're all keeping track of Ohio State men's basketball taking on Georgia in the NIT tonight. Buckeyes have a 65-64 lead with a little over 5 minutes to go. Back to baseball here at the VA, however. Set to go in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Glavin Bigham leading things off for Circleville. We've had a pitcher's duel up to this point, only 2 hits on either side and no runs scored yet. This game got started just a little over an hour ago. Very quick game here in this nightcap. Obrecht delivers this one, and Bigham sends this one into right field for a base hit. Past the diving glove of Zach Brown. And right away, Glavin Bigham stands on first base. His first base hit of the season. And that'll bring up Drew Thornsley. Oh for 1, he was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Thornsley tried to lay down a bunt. This one bounces foul. Here's the 0-1 to Thornsley. He again tries to lay down a bunt. He sends this one down the first base line. And making the play is Clemens. It was a close one, but Clemens fields it and quickly stepped on the bag for out number 1. However, Thornsley was able to move the runner up 90 feet into scoring position. Good execution on the sac bunt by Thornsley. Bigham stands at second here for Lane Adams. Adams looks at this one for strike 1. Adams 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. Looking for his first base hit of the season. This one in the turf. Bigham holds it second. The 1-1 from Obrecht. Adams chops this one foul down the first base line. One and 2 the count to Lane Adams. Here's the pitch from Obrecht. Adams lines this one to Pence, who makes the catch and tags second base for the unassisted double play. Great job by Walker Pence making that catch and the extra out to end the 5th inning. We remain scoreless here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
New pitcher on the mound for Circleville. It'll be Caden Bigley coming in, taking over on the mound from right field. J.D. Reeder moves into right, replacing Bigley. Great start for J.D. Reeder to open up the season. 5 innings, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, and no runs given up. However, he cannot get the win as he leaves the game during a tie. So he will have to just hope that he can do whatever he can in the outfield to get his team the win. As Bigley takes over on the mound facing Jack Cornell. He delivers a strike for his first pitch. Top of the 6th inning here at the VA. Here's Cornell, lines this one to third. Nungester makes a diving catch for out number 1. That almost definitely looked like extra bases for Jack Cornell, but Cole Nungester dives and makes the play for the first out. That'll bring up Braden Hunter with 1 out. This one swung on it, foul tipped rather. Strike 1. Hunter 0 for 2, ground out and strikeout. Both times he's been the 3rd out in each respective inning. Here's the 0-1 to Hunter. This one grounded over to Nungester. Throw is offline. And Hunter will stand at first safely. So after making a great defensive play, Nungester can't make a clean throw over to first. And Hunter stands at first base with 1 out for Zach Brown. Here's the first pitch. Brown, this one in foul territory. And Circleville is unable to make a play on this one. Pickoff not in time. They did rule that error on Nungester. They did rule it a hit. So a base hit for Braden Hunter. As the 0-1 to Zach Brown. Hunter goes. Brown swung on a miss. Here's the throw from Adams. Not in time. Sixth stolen base of the night for Hillsboro. And Adams will head to the mound, talk to Bigley for a minute. 0-2 the count on Zach Brown. Hunter in scoring position, just 180 feet away from the first run of this ball game. Bigley looks Hunter down at second. The 0-2 to Brown. This one popped up into shallow right. Bigham going back, makes the catch. No, he dropped it. Costly mistake there from Glavin Bigham. Hunter does hold it second, but Brown makes it to first. And now there's two runners on with one out.
Miller.
Here's Ben Miller. 0 for 1 with the walk. Both. Now Hunter goes to third, and he's in there safely. So two steals on the night for Braden Hunter, and he is 90 feet away from breaking this scoreless tie. And time is called now as we will have a mound visit. Infield comes in for Circleville. As we mentioned before, Circleville back here at the VA 2 more times this week, tomorrow and Saturday. They will get things started in their MSL action Monday when they take on Liberty Union. Caden Bigley stands on the mound facing a little bit of pressure. Got runners on the corners with one out. That go-ahead runner is 90 feet away, but also a ground ball could potentially put this inning away. Here's the 0-1 to Ben Miller. Runner goes. Brown standing up at second. No throw over to second. Probably smart to hold Hunter at third. But now both runners are in scoring position with only one out. Infield for Circleville comes in now. Got to think that a ground ball means an automatic throw to home. We'll see what happens here. The 1-1. High and inside for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Count is even for Ben Miller. Base hit likely brings around 2 runs. Here's the 2-2 from Bigley. This one just outside. Count is full at 3-2. Two runners in scoring position. Here's the 3-2. This one popped into shallow center. Coming in is Thornsley, who makes the catch. And Hunter thought about tagging up, but they hold him at third. Great defense by Drew Thornsley, making the catch and making a quick throw to home. Holding Hunter at third. And now with 2 outs, here comes Ashton Clemens. Bigley looking to hold those runners stranded with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Clemens, fouled back. Clemens 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Looking to get these runners home. The 0-1. This one in foul territory. Brisker runs out of room, and this one is foul. Count is 0-2. The count to Ashton Clemens. Caden Bigley trying to work out of a jam. Comes set, and we have time. Clemens steps out of the box, and right back he goes. We'll start this thing again. Bigley delivers the 0-2. Sits him down looking. Once again, Circleville gets runners on base in scoring position, but leaves them there. And we're still scoreless going into the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie and Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at OhioHealth.
Tigers work out of yet another jam in the top of the 6th inning. They're looking to get their bats going and bring some runners home here in their half of the 6th inning. And it'll be Zachary Bell to get things started in the bottom of the 6th. Braden Obrecht staying out there for Hillsboro going into his 6th inning tonight. Here's the first pitch to Bell. Down and outside, ball 1. Bell 0 for 2 on the day, did reach on an error. Moved into scoring position after a wild pitch, the 1-0. This one chopped. Pence fields it, and he bobbles it. And the throw's not in time.
Brisker.
So Walker Pence unable to field that one cleanly. And Brody Brisker stands at the plate with nobody out and one on. Here's Brody Brisker. This one grounded over to Pence once again. He can't field this one either. Back-to-back miscues from Walker Pence puts 2 runners on for Circleville with no outs. Huge opportunity now for Circleville. 2 runners on with nobody out in your half of the 6th. And now we'll have a pinch runner here at first. Ben Rolfe coming in to run for Brisker at first. And now the pitcher, Caden Bigley, steps in. 1 for 2 on the night with a single. Obrecht steps off. Looks Bell back over to second, rather. Here's the first pitch. And this one gets past. And Bigley was trying to lay a bunt down. I believe it looked like it was foul tipped, but guess there was no contact made with the bat, and the runners move up 90 feet. So 2 runners in scoring position with no outs for Caden Bigley. Here's the 0-1. This one lined into center field, and this one gets down for a base hit. Bell comes in to score. And sliding into second is Bigley. So an RBI single from Caden Bigley. Finally, in the bottom of the 6th inning, we have our first run of this game. And Circleville takes a 1-0 lead. So now here's Cole Nungester looking to add to it. Still 2 runners on in scoring position with no outs. This time the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Here's the 1-0 from Obrecht. Fouled to the backstop. First run of the game and of this season for Circleville comes off the bat of Caden Bigley. Zachary Bell comes in to score from third. Here's the 1-1 from Nungester. Taken high for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Taken down low for ball 3. Still no outs in the inning. Here's the 3-1. This one, chopper, Pence. He's able to field it this time. Throw to first, and can't field it. The ball came out of his glove on the tag. And Rolfe comes in to score. And now we'll have a mound visit for Hillsboro. I believe that means that Braden Obrecht, his night might be done. I did see some people from Hillsboro getting loose down in the bullpen earlier. It's a little infield discussion here with their coach. Obrecht currently still has the ball in his hands, so I believe looks like he will remain on the mound for the time being. As is the case, coming into this inning, had 5 innings of scoreless baseball. Circleville's finally got the bats going here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 with no outs and runners on first and third. That'll bring up Kaiser Cassidy. Cassidy 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Here he'll try to bunt. Nungester takes second base standing up. So now once again, 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out still for the Tigers. This one taken for a strike. Count is 0-2. Here's the 0-2. This one taken for a strike. Cassidy goes down looking for the second time tonight. And finally, Hillsboro gets their first out of this 6th inning. And that'll bring us to Trent Smith as the Tigers are back to the top of the order. Smith sends this one right back up the middle. And Brown can't field it cleanly. And Bigley comes in to score. It's 3-0 for the Tigers. They are going to give Trent Smith a single, so first base hit of the season is an RBI single to make it 3-0. Glavin Bigham stands in, tried to put a bunt down, throw to third, gets past. And Nungester will score standing up, and the offensive outpour continues for Circleville. It's 4-0. Count is 1-0 to Glavin Bigham, with Trent Smith standing at second. 1 for 3 with the single is Glavin Bigham. Here's the 1-0. Down in the turf for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. Bigham takes this one for strike 1. Here's the 2-1. This one fouled down the third base line. So far, a 4-run inning for Circleville. Bigham looking to keep it going here. The 2-2. Fouled again. Count remains 2-2. And he went around halfway, but this ball gets to the backstop, and Bigham makes his way to first. So the wild pitch sends him to first, and that's going to be all for Braden Obrecht. So a great night on the mound. Really undone here in the bottom of the 6th as Circleville puts up 4 runs, and we'll have a pitch and change for the Indians.
Your attention, please. Burwinkle.
And we'll take a break here as Hillsboro makes a pitching change. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
There's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
Zach Burwinkle taking over on the mound for Hillsboro. In an otherwise great performance from Braden Obrecht, the sixth inning proved to be where that would come to an end as Hillsboro brings across 4 runs in the bottom of the sixth inning. Obrecht none of those runs were earned, as they all either reached on errors. Obrecht went 5 1/3 with 5 hits, 5 strikeouts. 4 runs came across. And now Burwinkle looks to stop the bleeding here for the Indians as he faces Drew Thornsley with 1 out. Pick off. And Bigham goes right to second base. Circleville have been being very aggressive on the base pass this inning. Two on, 1 out. The pitch to Thornsley, lined up the middle. That's a base hit, and both runs are going to come across the score. It looks like here's the throw to home, not in time. So the offensive party continues. Drew Thornsley drives 2 more runs home. Tigers now lead 6-0 as Lane Adams comes back into the box. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Adams 0 for 3 on the night, did reach on an error back in the 3rd. Here's the 0-1 down in the turf. Evens the count up at 1. The 1-1 from Burwinkle, just outside. Count is 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Down in the turf once again. 3-1 the count to Lane Adams. Here's a 3-1. Once again, Burwinkle can't find the zone. And Adams goes to first on the walk. And now the man who got things going this inning for Circleville, Zachary Bell, steps back into the box. Tigers bat around. Runners on first and second for Zachary Bell. Takes that one for strike 1. The 0-1 from Burwinkle. Just inside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Burwinkle struggling to find the zone once again. This one outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Can't find the zone again, and this one gets past Cornell. Both runners advance 90 feet. Count is 3-1 to Zachary Bell. Both runners in scoring position once again. Here's the 3-1. This one sent into right center. This one gets down for a base hit. In comes Thornsley, and Thornsley will score standing up. So Drew Thornsley comes in off the base hit from from Zachary Bell, and the lead is now 7-0 for Circleville. And that'll bring up Brody Brisker. Brisker was pinch ran for back in the first time he was up this inning. He's back at the plate now as takes this one outside for ball 1. Bell on first, Adams on third with 1 out in this 6th inning. Pickoff not in time. Seven-run inning for the Tigers. Runner goes. Throw to second. Offline. Into center field. Adams comes in to score standing up from third. Bell moves to second. Adams comes in to score. It's an 8-run inning now for Circleville. Tigers lead 8-0. Burwinkle looks back to second, delivers the 1-1. Can't find the zone. He's behind 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1. Once again, Burwinkle just can't find the zone to Brisker. And it's 3-1. The 3-1 to Brisker. Fouled. This one fouled away. Count is full. Burwinkle looking to stop this bleeding. Came in when it was 4-0. 4 runs have come across since as Brisker pops this one to shallow right. He can't make the catch. Brown lets that one drop. And the throw to Bell can't reach the fielder. It hit Bell as he was sliding into third. But Bell's able to make it there safely. So a bloop single from Brody Brisker continues this already long inning for Hillsboro. We'll have another mound visit here. Bigley waits. Runners on first and third with 1 out. Tigers up 8-0. Obviously don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but I would venture to say we are getting close. We are well within run rule territory. You know, some of the guys in the booth gave me a not so happy look when I said that. Eight runs have come around for Circleville this inning. Looking to add to it. This game started off as a pitcher's duel It was 0-0 coming into the 6th. And then the Tigers came up to bat, and the bats came to life in this bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Caden Bigley with runners on the corners and one out. Bigley looks at this one down low for ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Bigley. Bigley pops this one into right. Miller's under it. He makes the catch. Bell tags up from third. Bell will score from third on the sac fly. So with 2 outs, Zachary Bell comes in 90 feet from third to score. It's a 9-run inning for Circleville. That brings up Cole Nungester, looking to keep things going. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Nungester fouls this one away. Nungester looks at this one down in the turf, evens the count at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Can't find the zone. The 2-1 to Nungester. Fouled away. Count is even at 2-2. With 2 outs for Cole Nungester. This one high, can't drop into the zone. And that fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nungester 1 for 2. Reached base with a single walk and an error. Runner goes. This one fouled back. And Nungester gets another life. Earlier this inning, Nungester reached on an error, drove in a run, and also stole second, came around to score, did a little bit of everything on that trip around the bases. Here's the 3-2. Runner goes again. Swung on and missed. So Burwinkle finally able to retire the side, but not before 9 runs come across for Circleville. Just 3 outs away from their first win of the season. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Richer. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
Circleville is 3 outs away from their first win of the season. Their season opener here tonight at VA Memorial Stadium. Tigers put up a 9 spot in their half of the 6th inning. And Bigley goes back on the mound, looking to close things out here in the 7th. Zach Burwinkle steps in for his first at-bat of the night. This one swung on and missed. Burwinkle down 0-1 to start. The 0-1 swung on and missed again. Bigley staying aggressive out there on the mound. The 0-2 from Bigley delivers. This one fouled off. And Burwinkle stays alive. Once again, the 0-2 from Bigley. This one lined into center, down for a base hit. So in his first at-bat of the night, Burwinkle gets a base hit with no outs in the 7th. And that brings up Peyton Neighbor. First pitch to Aber, swung on and missed. Aber was hit by a pitch in his last time at the plate. He stole second as well. Nightcap of this Tuesday doubleheader of the First Pitch Classic. This one taken for ball 1. One and one the count to Peyton Neighbor. Burwinkle stands at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped, rather. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. This was a tight game up until, once again, that last half of the 6th inning when the Tigers put up 9 runs in their half. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back once again. Indians continue to show some fight here with their bats, staying alive in these at-bats with 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pickoff, not in time. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Down goes Aber on strikes. There's one away. Hillsboro goes back to the top of the order. It's Nick Burns. Burns walked and stole second his last time around. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Also struck out back in the 3rd. This one fouled to the backstop. The 0-1 to Burns, just outside. Here's the 1-1. This one in foul territory. Going back as Brisker can't get there. Great effort by Brody Brisker. Ball just outside his outstretched arm. Count is 1-2. Bigley comes set. The 1-2. Can't field it is Adams, and it goes to the backstop. And Burwinkle moves up 90 feet. The 2-2 from Bigley. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts from Bigley. And the Indians are faced with their final out as Walker Pence comes up to the plate. Pence 1 for 3 with the single, stole 2 bases back in the first. Burwinkle in scoring position. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Tigers just 1 out away from their first win of the season. And all things are pointing to Hillsboro dropping to 0-2. This one grounded. Smith fields it. The throw over to first is in the turf, and he can't field it. And Burwinkle slides home safely. And with 2 outs in the 7th, Hillsboro is on the board. So Brisker unable to field that one out of the turf. And it cost Circleville a run here with 2 outs in the 7th. Runner goes, no throw from Adams. And Pence will stand safely at second base. Indians down to their final out, the 1-0. Ground ball, Bigham can't field it. And this one gets into shallow center. Pence comes around to score, sliding into home. So Hillsboro showing a little bit of life here down to their final out. 2 runs come around to score in the top of the 7th. And now Braden Hunter stands in the batter's box, looking to keep it going. Still on their last life in this matchup. Runner goes. Cornell will steal third standing up. Oh, 1 the count to Braden Hunter. Swung on and missed. Now Hillsboro down to their final strike, their final out. Cornell stands at third. The 0-2. This one fouled away. So Hunter staying in it. Hunter steps out of the box, comes back, he's ready to go. Bigley comes set. The 0-2, swung on and missed. Hillsboro shows some life in the 7th, but Circleville is able to hold on and get their first win of the year in their season opener. A 9 spot in the bottom of the 6th propels Circleville to a 9-2 win over Hillsboro in the First Pitch Classic at VA Memorial Stadium. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about stats and go over what happened in this game and talk about what's to come for both of these teams. You're watching Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at OhioHealth left cancer in the dust.
You're on. Final score here at VA Memorial Stadium. Circleville with a 9-2 win over Hillsboro in the nightcap of this Tuesday doubleheader in the First Pitch Classic. Taking a look at the box score, J.D. Reeder had an outstanding performance on the mound for Circleville, going 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, giving up only 2 hits. He did not get the win, however, as he left this game in a 0-0 tie. Caden Bigley is your winning pitcher for the Tigers, going the final 2 innings, giving up 2 runs and striking out 3. For Hillsboro, Braden Obrecht had another great day as well, up until that 6th inning when 9 runs came across Obrecht, giving up the first 4, and Zach Burwinkle came in after that, recorded the last 2 outs of the inning, gave up another 5 runs. Obrecht did strike out 5 during his time on the mound as well. Looking forward on the schedule, Circleville will come right back here to VA Memorial Stadium tomorrow at 4:30 to face Miami Trace in another game in the First National Bank of Waverly First Pitch Classic. As for Hillsboro, they will travel to White Oak on Saturday for a matchup with Trimble in the White Oak Invitational. From there, the Indians will start league play on Monday as they face Chillicothe at 5 o'clock on Monday. Circleville starting mid-state league play on Monday as well with a trip to Liberty Union. A pitcher's duel up until that 6th inning when Circleville put up 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Really defines this game as well. That's just about going to do it for this one here at VA Memorial Stadium. Carson Francis signing off to you one final time. We thank you for tuning in to Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. We'll be back here on Friday as we'll have coverage of Chillicothe and Zane Trace here at the VA. But as for tonight, that's going to wrap this one up. Final score, Circleville 9, Hillsboro 2. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.